Hey, fellow babies, and welcome to what simply is the train wreck that has become my fucking life. I have no idea what to do and why to do it, so we figured, what the hell? We'll throw together an after show and be stupid just a little bit more.
What do you mean train wreck? When have we actually ever been on the rails? Come on.
I was on the rails, but I got help and I got over it. And oh, okay. I see what you meant. Yeah. Shoot for the moon and end up somewhere in Colorado.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
This is the problem with just like throwing together an after show. It's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I'll just say words as a random sentence generator.
That was my impersonation of Larry the Cable Guy without the accent.
We didn't have him. Didn't do our cable.
But yeah, we should. There was I could have done a whole show on just the debate, but. By the time we did today's show, it had already kind of been covered a lot. So we just wanted to touch on it and move on. But I was blown away by how little JD Vance said that had consequence at all to it. And yet the polls after the debate only had Walls ahead in a few categories. And otherwise people were like, yeah, it was pretty even, and I couldn't believe it.
The January 6th, question when it was thrown at him, and or was when Waltz, asked him directly, did Donald Trump win the election or did he lose the election? did Biden win? Don't lose. I'm not going to answer that. I'm thinking of the future. What do you mean you're thinking of the future? You just couldn't answer the question.
Yeah, and no.
Is it yes or no?
And on the environment, it was, look, we have to turn to American manufacturing. That whether or not something's made here or there or whatnot is a little portion of climate change. They were, and he couldn't commit because he damn well knows that Trump doesn't give a rat's ass about it. It's only about fat cats.
Yeah.
Right. He avoided that as hard as he could. Same with the, what was the other one? Would you separate parents and children in this mass deportation of immigrants you guys keep talking about? Well, I want to talk about what's going on with our parents and children. That's not an answer. It's just not. Yeah. It's not. Right. And every time he did that, it's because he couldn't answer because he knew that it would be a publicly bad thing to do.
It's like not to quote Airplane again. It's like what was the menu options? Fish or what was the other one they had? It was fish or something else.
Yeah.
And the doctor goes, it's like, I remember I had lasagna. It's like, Vance, what's your favorite burger? Is it McDonald's or is it Wendy's?
Yeah.
I like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I had a sushi burger that was really good once. No, you didn't, Vance. You just didn't.
Oh, was it the first question was like really, really hard hitting question, but it was about
and neither one of them even touched it. They just went into openers, right? Yeah.
That was you support the war in Israel or whatever it was. And it's like, nope, not going to answer that one. And I'm quite frankly, I don't blame them. Because because when you ask questions like that, you basically off the footing, you have to kind of like give some kind of lockdown opinion on what your policy is on that. I know this is something you want to have a discussion with, or at least a round table, or ask your colleagues and co-workers. Just like what do you do this? Yeah. It was a tough question for both of them.
Yeah,
but they both avoided it.
I personally wish that in situations like that, it was more of a scored debate, not just this back and forth conversation where the moderators would go -1. You didn't answer the question, that kind of thing. Right.
Well, I was telling you on the night, I mean, we had in the UK, broadcaster and journalist called Jeremy Paxman, and he used to do these like late night kind of like politics shows and have a politician on, and he was relentless. When he asked them a question, they didn't answer it. He'll just come back. You didn't answer the question. Answer the question. And he was famously relentless. And we could see a little bit more of that. It would have been handy.
Yeah, I do like how Vance didn't go for the eating pets thing, but he did start in on the immigration with some falsehoods. And even though the moderators and the network said we won't be fact checking, somebody had to say it. You know, I'm sorry, but most of these people in Springfield are legal. Like picking on, like, this is bull, you know. But that did spark that thing where Vance was like, "You're not supposed to do that to me," and that was funny.
Didn't once bring up Hannibal Lecter. I still don't know where he's like fitted in with the Republican Party.
I don't think Vance has, done enough, that kind of thing to get the invite to actually meet Hannibal yet. Yeah, they keep Hannibal locked up in a basement suite down in Mar-a-Lago, and only certain people are allowed to, speak to him.
Hey, I've been invited to dinner. Hey.
Yeah, exactly. Wow, what's that funny sensation I feel at the top of my head?
No, if Trump does win, and they'll have some big, massive inaugural dinner, party. He's got to have Hannibal Lecter there. He's got to have Silence of the Lambs. Stop some, not so nice Chianti fava bean.
Have you ever thought about the aftermath, though, of some of the Trump suggestions for, what he would do? Like, he sees the Ministry of Education as more or less a waste of money. You know why he sees that? He sees no reason on educating somebody past basic math and stuff if all they're going to do is like serve coffee and stuff the way so many people have lower end jobs. And to him, education would become that thing where, can you afford it? Can you imagine what that would do to society? It would just be...
But he's done these kind of like really bizarre, non-presidential kind of like thoughts. Just thoughts come to him, and he just says them.
Yeah,
and he should just learn to keep his mouth shut. Like during COVID. What about we inject ourselves with bleach? Would that?
Or can't we use that blue light thingy?
And he's standing on a podium with a presidential seal, and he's like just saying this shit. It's just come to him like a thought, and he seems to do that with a lot of things. Like that the whole purge.
My God, yeah, but his version of the purge is not society can go psychotic. It's just the cops, which means that he thinks cops are just murderous assholes that are being kept on a leash.
Well, some of them are.
Don't start that one. Don't. A few can wreck it for any group. And these are people that wear body cams and stuff all day. Yeah. I wouldn't want my life body cammed all day.
No, I'm being facetious.
Very much so.
Yeah. I don't think that. But it's the way the public perception is, and the way the media present them as well. Sometimes it's just like it's just crazy. Just stuff that just come. I mean, he's constantly doing it. His rallies as well. It's like, it's like he'll suddenly have an idea.
Yeah.
Just stuff.
And he thinks
his mouth and shit comes out.
Yeah, he's so self-confident that he literally feels like he doesn't have to flesh things out. It's just I had a thought, so it's greatness.
Yeah. It doesn't. No second guesses. No.
the other day in a speech, he was saying, blah, blah, this and that. And then he said, isn't it great to have a president that can speak without a teleprompter? And you could see them right there in front of him as he said it. Like, I know what he meant because he always goes off teleprompter and everybody in the background must just go, oh, fuck, not again, but
you see the lines on the teleprompter scrolling up, scrolling down. We find the place where speaking.
Some guy named Scott's in the background going, "Oh, this fucking asshole."
Or even funnier, on the teleprompter, you can see the text going up. It says, and you can read it. It says, "Isn't it great that you can have a president that can go off the teleprompter?"
Yeah, exactly.
Scrolling up the screen.
And then at other times it says, "Please, you orange painted bastard, would you just read what we gave you?"
Do you think the story about whether or not to be killed by a shark or an electric boat, do you think that was on the teleprompter as well?
Yeah.
The script writers worked that one out. They bashed it out for hours.
And Putin's cat, I think it was pointing out in the chat there. I mean, at this point, I think he's threatened to just deport the entire town of Springfield.
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Not just the one in Ohio, because there are several Springfields in America. So he won't even know. He won't even know. Even if you tell him it's Ohio, that won't mean anything to me. To him, he doesn't know where that is. He's never been to Ohio.
we had a report to us, anonymous, because the person wants to keep their anonymity. But he said, "Look, I don't care how many Springfields you've got to deport. Apu's in there somewhere, and I want to fucking get him."
And while we're at it, we're going to deport all the Native American. Send them back. We're going to send the Vikings back.
Aren't they from Africa or something like that?
Fuck. We're going to send all the blacks back to Africa. We're going to send all the English back to England. We're going to send all the Italians back to Italy. And we've got no one left anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And now nature can prevail and take over North America again. His wife is fucking immigrated, and it's unbelievable. I know. Yeah, but she's pretty. That would be what he says.
Well, she was pretty.
Yeah. Oh, I'd say still is. For sure. I'm older now, so I think my taste has matured.
But cheese. You like your women to smell like a good Stilton.
That's not the analogy I would have gone for.
Oh dear.
Oh my God.
Hey babe, you'd look great on my macaroni and cheese.
Say hello to some Parmesan, honey. That's some fucked up shit. Let's do a super chat shout out here. We got
one.
We've got NA with $6.66. Trump is a rich, pompous moron. Of course, half of America loves him.
But you can give it so many. There's so many rich, pompous morons in America to choose from. Why him?
And there's ones that are okay. That was weird. I think I lost Dunk as well. I don't know. Okay, yep, he's gone. Holy, what just happened there? Are we back? Because everything went black on my side for a second, as if my computer had just had the power turned off. We'll see if Dunk comes back or not. But I think we're back. Okay, so that was strange, but we're all right. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. We'll wait for Dunk. to see what happens. The whole idea, there's so many people in the States that'll say, oh, but Trump's great for the economy because he's a rich guy. He understands. And most of these people that say it are like, some factory working dude or some, chick that's like welding somewhere in a factory or something or whatever. And I don't get how working class people can identify with somebody who's gone bankrupt 4 times and put so many people out of work and stuff in doing so, but still kept his rich status and think that he would be good for them. Does this come down to that whole apprentice thing where that just gave him this aura of I'm a big, rich, important person and I can do no wrong, and therefore people buy into it? I don't quite get it. But yeah, I don't know. We still don't got Dunk back, so we'll see what's going on. I have no idea what happened to him. He hasn't even tried to get back in yet. So maybe he got zapped from outer space. The aliens got sick and tired of him picking fun at Giorgio Tsoukalos and the Ancient Aliens people. And maybe, you know what it was? I bet it was attack, and it was an attack of flat earthers because Dunk makes fun of them. So what happened was Dunk was just broken into by an army of flat earthers. They had pitchforks and torches, and right now they have the family hostage. We're sending in mediators, not YouTube celebrities, but people that actually, can talk without a microphone in front of their face. And we're going to try to get them rescued as soon as possible. We're on it. Oh, are you guys okay? No, he's muted. I think they're still in the house. Okay, we've just got to wait. There's still a couple of flat earthers in the house, but they're being escorted to the door. I think at this point, the family's okay and the disaster has been averted. We'll see. He might be being questioned right now. You see all that? Maybe he's being slapped around a bit. David Weiss might have him. I wonder if the cavalry's got there yet. Maybe that's the problem. He's probably going to have a message to be read by the hostage takers anytime now. They're going to want us to admit that the horizon is actually a frost line or something. I can't remember how that works anymore. Yeah. Dunk's doing something strange. Look at him dance. Oh, you know what? Dunk is listening to the Bee Gees. That's what's going on. I think right now it's karaoke night, and him and somebody are singing Summer Lovin'. Yeah, I think that was the chorus right there. Summer Lovin', like that song would be like wishful thinking for somebody that lives in the UK, because I think you guys only get about 4 sunny days at this point, right? Global warming's pretty much turned the UK into a wetland. Okay, he's still not saying anything. We'll see. I can't do an invitation of that. Oh.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, okay. Internet went wobbly.
Oh, I was just telling the story on how your family was taken hostage by flat earthers.
Oh. Bastards.
Yeah. So did they get their ransom? Did you have to give them an old ball mouse?
No, because I don't believe in balls.
Yeah, no, they're collecting them to say that, balls aren't real. That's why we use laser mice now, because they're flat.
They say water doesn't stick to the outside of a ball, so I had a shower to show them how wrong they are.
Oh, that's funny.
Look at my balls; they're dripping wet.
Yeah.
Why are they dripping?
Oh, did you just phase out again? Dunk might be having issues. Yeah, I think he just disappeared again. This might not be our most successful attempt at a stream. Let's see.
Did it go again?
Yeah, right now the little thingy in VDO is saying you're like bright red and shit's not working. Oh, now it's orange. It's getting better. Okay. Yeah, you had just some massive packet loss there for a bit. Oh, now you're green.
Oh.
Yeah.
Keep my packet out of it. Now you're just getting personal.
Yeah. Dunk has to shop specialty to get his pants because it has to have a little thing in the front for everything to sit in. Otherwise it hangs to his knees, right? So
yeah, I have to put a cucumber in there and a couple of kiwis.
Yeah. Otherwise people won't believe you're a farmer.
I'm a farmer.
Couple of kiwis. You're the only person I know that walks around with New Zealanders in their pants. I'm not sure you should be doing that, to be honest.
No.
Oh, here I can. It's an after show, so I can share something with y'all. I got this, and it's a pipe, and it's made for like concentrate. So you use like a torchy thing to heat the little bowl up, and then you put a little sticky thing in with just a little concentrate on it.
No, Dick, that's not what it is. You got that off the wrong shelf. That's a model of a woman's uterus.
Yeah, it kind of looks like an artificial ventricle model or something. It's crazy, right? It's quite fancy. You see over here, it's got like some roundy things that stick out and whatnot. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. You'll probably see it as agreeably, and you'll see someone running down a corridor in another Star Wars movie.
Yeah, pew pew.
My router's blinking again.
Is it? Wow, what are they doing over there?
I don't know. Never know. I might be in and out.
Yeah. What are the neighbors having outdoor sex up against it? Oh.
I'm not going to stare at the router. You know what they say? Don't stare at your router.
Yeah. Don't get caught staring at your connection lights. David Lee Roth did that in an old song just after he left Van Halen in the 80s. Right at the end of the song, he says, "Don't get caught looking at your stereo," because it was a common thing before videos were the thing. You'd be sitting there listening to the tune and you'd be looking at your stereo with the graphic EQ lights going and stuff, right? Because, right?
Mm. That was in the days before they invented pop videos.
Yeah.
That was what MTV was. It's like a graphic equalizer across the screen.
But it goes back. Like, look at old black and white photos from the days when people had the radio in the living room. They'd all sit around looking at it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Smoking a pipe wisely, staring at it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like this one, though. Not like the other one.
Yeah.
Got to have your tools.
Where's my pipe?
But, speaking of which, when I showed you that other fancy pipe, the stuff I got for it was supposed to be like pure CBD because fibromyalgia and stuff, right? It's funny when you got the pipe going.
Makes me look intelligent.
Not so much. I swear it must have like 20% THC in it because every time I use it, I just go, holy shit, man. It's crazy. I'm not sure it needs to be that strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not the kind of thing you do before you're like, going out to do something because you just drag your feet and you're just like, I'm so beat, man. That's crazy.
Hang on. Let me switch this off because I'm trying to cut down. Besides, it doesn't track my face.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's what they need to do is put items into the tracking, right? That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
I wonder.
Well, I could use an image of me, but with a pipe in front of it. But then it would just like it would think, oh, that's something to do with his mouth. It would just like wobble around all over the place.
Yeah, and it'd get it wrong sometimes, and one of the stems would end up in a nostril for a second, and yeah. I posted a thing on our community post today, and it was really funny. Why does AI do all my creative art and writing for me so that I have more time for laundry and dishes? I want the damn thing to do the fucking laundry and dishes so that I can do the creative part.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's all gone backwards.
Totally. What I want is Rosie from the Jetsons cleaning my house so that I have time to do the other crap. Right?
Yeah. Because the future was like all this AI and technology will free us from the burdens, so we can do concentrate on art, music, and the finer things. What's going to happen is we'll just end up like spending all our time working in the AI centers, polishing the machines.
Yeah. And then when you go home, you'll be dusting off your TV that's AI driven and your picture frames that are AI driven to show you something that's based on your mood. You still have to, nobody's helped us with the actual chores. I mean, dishwashers, how much have they really improved in the last 40 years? Same with laundry and stuff,
Yeah.
Like at this point, all homes should have laundry chutes that just lead to the laundry machine, and it just runs when it's full, right?
Oh, and you just have a big tube. It sends them to China where they wash them and then send them back folded.
Yeah.
And just new ones.
And why isn't the washer a dryer? Why can I not just have it finish the fucking job? Why do I have to put everything in another device?
Because you didn't get a washer dryer.
Well, we don't have them here, as far as I know. No. Yeah, we always have 2 units because, more money, right?
Although, having said that, when you do have a washer dryer, it does spend an awful lot of the time getting rid of the moisture that was in the washing machine before it actually starts kicking in with the drying cycle. So that
but mine does that too. Mine spends a whole whack of time doing all the spinny and this and that so that they come out pretty dry, right? Like I have thick sweaters and I don't put them in the dryer at all because if I do, it's just static cling for my hair, right? I just air dry them. They're almost dry when they come out of the damn washer, right? Yeah. Bastards. Why don't we have them? But I've also noticed when people show washing machines from the UK, they're like small. You guys just have smaller stuff.
Well, all right. Now you're getting personal again. But, it is generally true that, I mean,
especially your kitchens. Everything's a bit smaller. Like washing machines. Hold on. Washing machines, for an example. My front-loading washing machine is big enough where I can take a king-size comforter or whatever you want to call it and put it in there and wash it. You guys, your shit just ain't that big.
Oh, some of it's bigger, but no. But there is this general slight thing that America just has more space in general, and so things have just got bigger.
Like houses. Japan, come on now,
Hey, what?
It's not like the UK is Japan. But
yeah.
But it goes through, like, you guys made smaller kitchens in your, semi-detached homes and stuff. Mm-hmm. And traditionally, you guys had like slightly smaller cars, slightly smaller engines, maybe better engineered. I'm not, we're not doing that argument, but you know what I mean?
We had smaller cars, we had smaller houses, smaller land. You'll see somewhere, just a typical house in America, and it's like, you can sit our entire house in their front room.
Yeah,
and the kitchens is like vast.
Yeah. Or when Clarkson says he has 1,000-acre farm and that's like big, like in Alberta, Canada, there's farmers that are like 1,000 acres. It's not worth farming.
Yeah, that's where I put my house.
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah.
You know, that's my front yard. What are you talking about?
Yeah. We well, that's where we made the go-kart track, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you do have like in America where you talk about farming, and they'll have like cornfields, literally horizon to horizon, as far as the eyes can see.
Yeah. For an entire day on a road going somewhere, you're just driving through corn.
We don't have that.
Yeah,
that's impossible to have that. You can drive past the field. There it goes.
Gone. Yeah.
Before you know it, you're into the next village.
Yeah. But all in, I do believe that I would have been equally happy had I been born in the UK. You know, I like the UK version of appetite for cars more than North America. You know, I was never a huge fan of the big lumbering cumbersome muscle cars that are just fast in a straight line. I always like circuit racing. And in the UK, because of war stuff, you guys have so many racetracks because they're just what you do with airfields when you don't need them anymore, right? Whereas
the Germans bomb them.
Yeah, like to you right now, how many racetracks can you get to within a 1-day drive? For me, I think it's 3.
All of them.
Yeah, right? Which is a fucking nice number, Yeah,
but we do have an incredibly smaller country, so it's not your fault. You got things spread out.
No,
over
but you guys have more racetracks for both go-karts and cars than we do.
Oh, we got more everything in short distances. When you talk about like supermarkets or Walmarts and things like that. There was a friend I had in Ohio, and he basically said, we got a Walmart, but it might be going. We might lose it, and then we got to drive like 50 miles to go to the next one. 50 miles. We only, we only going to go 5 yards, and there'll be another one. What are you talking about?
Yeah. But there's also this attitude towards travel. Like for me to put Felix in the car and plan a drive somewhere that's like 5 hours, go visit friends, stay overnight, come back the next day, isn't that big a deal. But a 5-hour mission in your world is like, holy shit, I'm going places, right?
Mm.
We don't see it as that far. But, like when my son Felix was born, I'm West Coast and my parents were East Coast, and we are separated by 5 days of driving if you stop at night and sleep and stuff, right? That's the other thing too. Canada's long that way, and all our population is lower south because of cold and stuff and whatnot, so everything's spread out. You gotta go distance if you're gonna go somewhere to see somebody you used to know or whatever, right? It's always that way.
The surprising thing is on American roads that the speed limit was always set so low.
It's better now than it used to be.
No, I get it. It used to be just like 55, it's just like everywhere. But yeah, considering the vast distances involved, you just thought they'd have been a bit like looser with that, And America would have had like the fastest cars, because you just like on a straight road for fucking miles and nobody's on it. You can do 100, 200 miles an hour.
You had all of these super straight roads. You had these V8 powered cars that were only good in a straight line, and you could only bring them to 55. What's the point of any of that? You're not getting anywhere.
Yeah. Well, not anywhere fast anyway.
Yeah. A funny story on how America came up with 55 being a good speed limit was they would cover the dash of a car and put people behind the wheel. And it averaged out that people were feeling a little nervous at 55. So that was a good speed limit. That's how they figured it out. Right? But when you have knowledge of the situation and realize you're only doing 55, you're comfortable at 70. It's just that not knowing part, right?
Yeah, the thing is, why were they nervous at 55? What was wrong with their car?
Yeah, well, the other thing is there's no information on, were they in cars that they were familiar with? Did they get put in a car that they were unfamiliar with? And this was done way back in the day of bias ply tires, so things were a little bit more squirrely behind the wheel, and old steering boxes that were a bit looser. So without knowing your speed, you can trick yourself into scaring yourself back.
I'm sure this wasn't done in the days of the push west in America, and there was like a horse and coach and horse. Yeah. And I'd be nervous in a coach and horse going at 55 miles an hour.
They used the 8-bit game, the Oregon Trail, as a method of figuring this out, right? I mean, my last car that Felix and I had was a Porsche 944 Turbo, a 1986 model, or 6, yeah. And I was comfortable on that in that car on like a double lane road between where I live in Vancouver at like 100 miles an hour, no problem. I didn't do that a lot, but I did. And yeah, and we had a normally aspirated one before that, and an older BMW 5 Series 535i and stuff. And I love cars that can go and perform and whatnot, And the modern cars that we have, even like a 2019 Kia something. No, I don't mean to pick on Kia, but they're totally comfortable on a nice highway at 85 miles an hour. There's no problem,
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of cars, these days could hit 100. No problem.
Well, especially on those big, lovely North American, Canadian as well highways. There's no issue at all that the outside lane, the fast lane, shouldn't be at like 100 miles an hour at this point. We have the tires easy, the whole bit, Not everybody needs to go that fast. This is another thing North Americans are really bad for. A speed limit is a limit. It doesn't mean that you just go, oh, the speed limit's 80. I do 80. Holy shit, that was a sharp turn. Why am I in the ditch? You know what I mean? Like, you don't just accelerate to the speed limit and pin it there with your cruise control, right?
Yeah.
It's just, like, people don't get that,
Yeah. Well, in the UK, you do have the speed limits, but they will also give you like warnings, slow, and all that kind of stuff, and kind of like try to limit your speed when you're going around to a corner or something like that. So you probably always are at an optimal speed, but it's like 30 for this corner, I can do it at 50. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Those in North America, we always get those yellow signs that say, oh, this upcoming turn is, you should slow down to 30 or 50 or whatever. To me, those are challenges to see how much higher that I can do. And especially like if you can see and you can just crest the apex and pull the corner off so nice. Oh, I love that moment.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of people coming in the opposite direction.
No, but as long as you can see and it's safe. I'm not talking about stupid, right? Oh yeah.
It's funny what you were talking about earlier, though, about the British like fascination of, or the American fascination of the British and their smalliness of things.
Yeah.
But we had the opposite, because we were fascinated with your big, huge, lumbering cars.
Yeah.
That you had to have a passport to go from the driver's side to the passenger side.
Yeah. 19 feet, or why make it, right?
You can sit a family of 10 in the front bench.
Yeah.
We an extraordinary fascination with those cars.
We had two-door cars that made your delivery vehicles look small, and they were coupes, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievably cool. I personally, there's a few of the old land yachts, and I love the look of them. One of the ones I really like was a 70s Thunderbird, and it just has these wicked proportions of the hood and the B pillar, or I guess it would be the C pillar, the back window line going slightly oh, they're so cool. And the Ford Grand Torino, the Starsky and Hutch car, minus the paint job, that is a serious looking machine. I love those.
Why what? Minus the paint job? Well, it's not it's got to have the paint job.
But I'm saying the paint job itself doesn't make a Torino cool. They're just a cool car regardless, right? But you try to go around a corner fast or something in one of those cars, and you don't have to take my word for it. Just go and watch all the 70s cop shows and whatnot from America. The car comes around the corner and it goes like this, and it's starting to slide a bit, and then it catches and it goes like this, and it's the most uncontrollable thing you could put on the road. Meanwhile,
but somehow they made it look exciting, though.
Well, they did, but by editing, right? Because you can see they have to edit out the fact that he didn't make the corner. You can always see it. But at the same time, with those old shows, had they showed somebody in like a cool BMW 2002 or something, that dude would have drifted the corner and just left them for dead, even though he had half the horsepower, right? Oh yeah. I when I was young enough, I thought like the Smokey and the Bandit 78 Trans Am was just the bomb. Well, when I was 16, when I was 16, which was 86, I got one. But by then I was into cars pretty good. And it didn't take me long to go, this thing's kind of a piece of shit.
But did it have the eagle on the bonnet?
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah.
That's what makes them go faster, isn't it?
Yeah. No, what made it go faster was my dad and the neighbor putting a 350 Chevy built up under the hood. But even then, it was not that good in the corners. Like, it just wasn't that good of a car. It was very fast, though. After we did that, it was awesome. Oh, yeah. 1 second, because I need a can of magic here, and I'm kind of, struggling. 1 sec.
It could be magic. We could have magic, baby. Da, da, da. No, I don't know the song. I need to top it myself, actually.
So,
very interesting. I think you're being sarcastic.
Yeah. We won't stay live for too long. Nick and Commander and maybe Isandering, I'm not really sure, are probably over there chatting and stuff. And I do get my son back tomorrow evening after our after show, which means that I have to finish all the work I haven't done. It's so bad. Does anybody want to donate $200 so I can call a maid service and be done with it?
No, we're not sending you a maid service. What happened last time? She was wrecked afterwards. what you did to her, and your place was still filthy.
Don't do that. People will believe you.
I don't know what you did to her.
Yeah. Hey, she showed up, and I thought for sure it was the girl from Ferris Bueller. It's just,
I'm the maid who heard you dirt. You got something I could squirt.
Oh God! I think you just made it worse. So we'll say goodnight, and
will we? Bye.
Yeah, I have to get some stuff, or otherwise I'm just, it's not going to go well. I'm going to end up going to get more beers, and nothing's going to get done. And then tomorrow I have a thing, and then I have to get everything ready, and then, yeah.
All righty.
Yeah. You know,
we'll say nighty night to the cool cats.
Yeah, let's see.
The people who stuck with us, we're taking names. We'll remember you. The people are pissed off.
We will remember you. Yeah, through all the drunken nights, hungover days. Okay. I don't think I could write any more lyrics off the top of my head without
so tonight was definitely not the subscriber push, the subscriber drive.
Oh, that's right. We were going to do an anti-subscriber drive. If you or somebody you know watches Flat Earth content, we urge you to unsub right now and stop.
Yes, and double sub to us.
Yeah. Get your sock account out and give it a double whammy.
Yeah. Shift your channel membership to us. Shift your friends' channel. Don't even ask them. Just shift their channel memberships to us.
Big thanks to our team. We got Annette Shayna Caldwell, who's back in action. Woohoo! Chris Lundy, and Super Chat Matt. So thanks, everybody.
Yeah. We'll be given a link in the chat for apparently it's Dirty Time with Nick Luter. So go over there for naughty time. Yeah. Sexy time.
They're actually streaming naked, but they're using AI to make it look like they're wearing clothes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're streaming naked. The cameras are below the desk.
Yeah. And tonight, I believe they're talking about things overheard in the UN toilets. So, yeah, could get messy. And remember, if somebody says to you that you don't have a place in what's going on in the world, then you tell them their world is flawed and it's them that has the problem. I think that was actually good consumer advice for once.
Yes.
Right?
Makes a change.
Had to happen. You know, if you roll 7 dice repeatedly one time, you're going to get 7 sevens.
Now, that's consumer advice. Going down
Get the hell out of here. We have to. See you, everybody.
Hang on. Get 7 sevens.
Yeah, that was a joke. Yeah.
All right. Let's get out of here. Bye, everybody. Especially you.
Tell your mother I'll see her soon. Good night, everybody.
Night. I'm telling you your mother.